What's up, you guys? LA Smith here from Kingdom Knowledge. Decided to start this video outside just to do a little something different. And this particular video is going to be about Ukraine. And I actually didn't know that I was going to do this video. I wasn't going to say anything about the Ukraine because so much is already being said and covered in the news. And actually, it was funny. Miniman 45 here on YouTube stated on Facebook, he and I are friends on Facebook, that I will probably be making a video about this. And when he said that, I had no intentions of making a video about this. So I guess Miniman knew that I was going to make this video before I knew I was going to make this video. But anyway, I decided to make it because even though there's a lot that's being said and that has already been said about the Ukraine, I think there's a lot that is not being said. So here's what LA from kkministry.com has to say about the Ukraine right now. Check it out. So what do you guys think is going to happen with respect to the Ukraine situation? Do you think that Russia is going to take back the Ukraine? And if they do you think that the U.S. will respond with military force? Why do you think Putin is making these moves he's making regarding the Ukraine? Do you think that he is out of his mind like some of the U.S. politicians and the media is trying to portray him? Or do you think Russia might be just a little uncomfortable with the European Union, an ally of the U.S., getting buddy-buddy with the Ukraine? I don't know if you guys heard reports in the news about foreign dignitaries and leaders, and even a few U.S. leaders and commentators hinting that Putin might be a little bit off his rocker because of what he's doing in Ukraine. I happen to disagree. So I have a map here of Europe, and I'm pretty confident Putin is not off his rocker, and he's doing what he's doing for strategic purposes. Here's Ukraine right here. And as you can see, it borders Russia. It was once part of Russia, or the old Soviet Union. So you can see why Putin doesn't want the European Union or any United States allies to get their hooks in this country. So Putin is not crazy. In fact, I'm going to share with you how I think this whole ordeal can be put to rest and what I think might be being negotiated behind closed doors with respect to this matter. And also, check this out. This is something that you don't hear mentioned enough in the news, especially in the U.S., and that is that China is taking sides with Russia. And if you don't think that is significant, then you are not understanding just how much stuff we import from China, not to mention how much we depend on them to finance our humongous debt. And understand this, if there is any type of conflict, actual shots fired between Russia and the Ukraine or anyone else, the U.S. and the world markets and their economies will definitely be adversely impacted. So what I'm saying is that you and I could adversely be impacted. For example, the stock market could be spooked, causing paperless, virtual, intangible wealth and stock to quickly, boom, evaporate. Global oil supplies could be affected with just the fear that supplies might be reduced, causing prices to go up, which we all know by now. Increased oil prices causes the prices of just about everything to go up. That's how it goes when you're living in a global economy. So if you think that the Ukraine and Russia ordeal is just something happening in some faraway land and that you do not need to be concerned because it's not likely to affect you, then you should probably think again. I believe the main reason why Putin decided to make an aggressive move on the Ukraine is because he does not want U.S. allies in his backyard. He really did not know what else to do, because had he sat back and did nothing, that is exactly what was going to happen. Notice the US is pointing out that Russia is proposing a referendum or a vote to see if the Ukrainian people want to side with Russia. However, this vote would not be in line with Ukraine's constitution and therefore would not be legal or binding, especially with Russia occupying and basically invading the country. What do you suspect the US think would happen if a vote is taken in accordance with the Ukraine's constitution if Russia leaves the Ukraine? My guess is that they suspect that the Ukrainian people would vote to side with the European Union. This just might have something to do with why the US sent or is in the process of sending a cool $1 billion in aid to the Ukraine. Just as an aside, our government failed to extend aid to over 1 million Americans whose unemployment expired and who still are unable to find work. Where is the love for our own people? Okay, back to the Ukraine. Let us presume for a moment that my scenario is correct. What do you think the Russians are saying to the US and US Western allies behind closed doors? I think they are saying, if you want us to pull out of the Ukraine, and if you want to avoid a war, which is not in the best interest of an already volatile world economy, then the EU needs to back off, because we don't want them in our backyard. What do you think? Do you have another possible scenario you would like to share? Thanks for watching. God bless and shalom.